There's a pattern that shows up in a lot of homes on Sunday evenings. Nothing dramatic has happened. The weekend might have been quiet or even good. But somewhere in the background, the mind has already started moving toward the week ahead. You begin thinking about Monday, about emails you'll need to answer, conversations, customers, responsibilities, and waking up to all of this in just over 12 hours. People often describe this feeling as Sunday night anxiety. But when you step back and look at it more carefully, something else is going on. Because what Sunday evening often represents is a transition. The mind is beginning to shift from one rhythm of life into another. During the weekend, the time usually feels quite different. It's largely self-directed. You decide what to do with the day, when to start something and when to stop. The structure of work fades into the background for a while. But the working week operates on a different system altogether. Schedules return, expectations from other people return, deadlines, meetings, responsibilities, things that exist whether you feel ready for them or not. And because the mind is very good at anticipating what's coming next, it often starts preparing for that shift before the week has even begun. And that's why Sunday evening can feel strangely heavy, even though nothing has actually happened yet. Monday hasn't arrived. No one has sent the email. No meeting has begun. But the mind is already running ahead, trying to simulate the days that are coming. You start remembering things you need to do, imagining conversations that might happen, rehearsing possible problems before they even exist. And the more the mind begins rehearsing the week ahead, the more activated the nervous system becomes. And there's another layer to this that people don't always notice. During the weekend, your time feels more like your own. You choose how to spend it, which gives a sense of autonomy that's easy to take for granted. But by Sunday evening, the mind begins to recognize that this autonomy is about to narrow. Now, not to disappear entirely, but to narrow, because once the week begins, much of your time will be shaped by the systems you're a part of. Workplaces, universities, schedules, responsibilities, expectations from other people. And then the brain senses the shift from self-directed time into structured time, and it becomes more alert. Not because something is necessarily wrong, but because structure and responsibility require your attention. So what most people call Sunday night anxiety is often just the mind recognizing that a transition is taking place. The freedom of the weekend is coming to an end and the structured rhythm of the week is about to begin again. And once you see that pattern clearly, Sunday evening often makes more sense. Your mind isn't malfunctioning. It's not necessarily a sign that you're weak, overwhelmed, that work is bad. In many cases, it's simply the mind doing what it's designed to do, anticipating a shift in structure and preparing for responsibility returning. And when that pattern becomes visible, the feeling itself often changes, not because the week ahead disappears and not because responsibility suddenly becomes easier, but because the confusion begins to lift. Sunday evening stops feeling like something mysterious or personal, and it becomes what it actually is. The moment where the mind begins crossing from one rhythm of life into another, from open time back into structured time, from the freedom of the weekend into systems that expect something of you. And when you recognize that transition for what it is, the heaviness of Sunday evening often loses some of its power, because instead of wondering what's wrong with you, you understand what your mind is actually doing.